Welcome everyone. Today I'll be solving question number 28 of the 2022 GATE Biotechnology paper. And the question states that a microorganism is grown in a batch culture using glucose as a carbon source. As you know, batch culture is a form of culturing where you do not add media or inoculum after the start of the culturing, and you only remove the media and the inoculum after the culture period is over. So, like I said, a microorganism is grown in a batch culture using glucose as a carbon source, and the apparent growth yield is 0.5 gram per gram. The initial concentration of biomass and substrate are 2 gram per liter and 200 gram per liter respectively. Assuming that there is no endogenous metabolism, you have to find out the maximum biomass concentration that can be achieved in gram per liter. Okay, so let's do that. There are two ways in which we can do this. We can either use logic or we can use a formula. Let's use the formula first. So the formula would be x equals to y x by s, that is yield of biomass per substrate, s naught, which is the initial substrate concentration, minus s final, which is the final substrate concentration. So in this case, the yield is 0.5. The initial cell concentration is 200, substrate concentration is 200, and the final we will assume it to be 0. So the answer that you get is 100 gram per liter. But since your batch culture had an initial inoculum of 2 gram per liter, the final answer would be 100 plus 2, which is 102 gram per liter. And that is the answer. So this is what you would have done using the formula. Now let's try using just basic logic in case you don't remember the formula in the exam. So they're telling you that the yield is 0.5 gram of biomass per gram of substrate. That means for 1 gram of glucose, you get 0.5 gram of substrate. Oh, sorry, 0.5 gram of biomass. So that means for 200 gram of glucose, which is the initial amount of substrate, you get 100, right? Because 200 into 0.5 is 100 gram of biomass. And again, if you add the initial 2 grams, you get 100 gram plus 2 gram. That is 102 gram per liter biomass, right? So that is the maximum biomass that you can achieve with this yield and the amount of substrate that is there. So that is all. I hope that was easy to understand. Thank you so much for listening.